What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are now 3 betas into iOS 27, and we have a good takeaway of Apple's direction here, and it is exactly as they described. We are not feature loaded here. It is definitely more about performance and stability and small little tweaks, plus the new changes with Siri AI. Let's go ahead and jump into it and talk about exactly how it's been over this month plus of using iOS 27. So when beta 1 of iOS 27 first dropped, there were definitely some rough edges around the beta, from keyboard issues to freezes to springboard refreshes. Beta 2 then came along and improved on things quite a bit, and now beta 3 appears to be less about flashy new features and more about refining the experience, including having those changes to Siri AI. When you actually go into Siri AI now, or Siri Beta as they're calling it here again, we now have that customization for pace and expressivity. So all of these little tweaks are definitely refining the experience and getting to Apple's goal this year of more stability and hopefully better battery life. Really, in this video, I want to talk to you about how iOS 27 has been performing after those 3 developer betas, what's gone better, what's still broken, and then some of the biggest issues others are reporting online still, because it's definitely not seamless. And depending on what phone model, specifically older phones, you might still be experiencing a ton of issues. Now, if you're familiar with Apple betas over the years, you guys would know Beta 3 is usually where Apple starts shifting its focus away from adding new features and begins polishing everything that's already there, and that is what we are seeing in Beta 3. While iOS 27 as a whole was meant to be a performance improvement update, so to speak, it is definitely shown in Beta 3. Beta 1 was great, but how fluid everything has become in Beta 3 is actually pretty shocking. It's amazing, and it's definitely the most exciting beta on paper, but it is arguably one of the most important ones also. So, the biggest improvement I've personally noticed is overall smoothness. The animations are much more consistent when you go to open apps. If you are actually going to launch something and close it, the animations just look so much better. Control center launches from scrolling up to your different panes have no more glitchy lags that I was experiencing for the longest time. It is actually just working very good. Scrolling through Chrome or Safari, photos, settings, and any social media apps feels noticeably smoother than it did in Beta 1. So for instance, if I want to go ahead and let's just go to X really quick, just scrolling through, everything just works so much better than what I've seen historically. If we actually go ahead and jump into settings again and scroll through, even just swiping back between pages has been very simple to do from wherever you want to grab on the screen. Let's go to focus, swipe back from the middle. It has been definitely good to use. If you've been hesitant to update because Beta 1 felt sluggish, this experience is much better today, and we are definitely heading in the right direction with this release, obviously coming in September. Battery life has also taken a step forward, but I say that with a caveat here, and that caveat is this right here. The haunting message of optimizing search in Siri. In Beta 1, this on my phone took over 2 weeks to complete and never did before the next beta came out. We were literally waiting for it to complete, and it was horribly draining our battery. As soon as we updated to Beta 2, that issue went away, and this whole display, the indexing, wasn't there. It was like it never happened, and battery life improved. Now with Beta 3 and using it for about a day, it has been back, but the battery drain is definitely not as substantial as it was before, which is definitely good to see. So I will absolutely take that. Now, beyond this aspect also, battery life as a whole will obviously depend on your battery health. And as you can see on mine right here, my max capacity is down to 95% after 277 cycle counts. A lot of users are reporting on Reddit similar experiences, with many saying Beta 2 and 3 feel stable enough to be a daily driver from a battery standpoint, but always keep in mind, of course, that it depends on your iPhone model, the battery health we just talked about, and the apps you use every day, and that will really be the driving factor behind how iOS 27 does on your device. There are a couple of things that Apple really got right in this update. And first, like I said, the entire OS feels a lot snappier. Also, the new Siri AI that we've talked about now has definitely continued to improve. I do like the animation and how it comes up from that dynamic island. And the questions you ask have been really consistent with getting better answers. So, what was the final score in the US soccer team's match yesterday?
United States lost to Belgium 1-4 in the FIFA World Cup round of 16 yesterday.
When does the round of 8 start?
The round of 8 or quarterfinals starts on Thursday, July 9th, 2026, with France taking on Morocco at 4 p.m. EDT.
Who is now favored to win the entire World Cup?
France and Spain are currently the top favorites to win the 2026
So you can see
World Cup.
exactly how much better Siri has gotten, especially in beta 3. It's a lot quicker. It's still not instantaneous, but that's because it's scrubbing online, trying to find answers to your questions you ask. I do believe the layout looks good and clean. I also really like the new Siri app and how you can actually look into your prior searches, how you can rearrange them from a grid list to a list view, whatever you really prefer, how you can start a new conversation here. The new Siri app is definitely a positive in iOS 27. And while for a while no one had access, or not everyone had access to the capabilities just yet, the direction Apple has taken is much more conversational and context aware, obviously, than any prior version Siri's ever been. The refinements of liquid glass also are definitely a plus here. I think everything has looked so much better and just clean, now giving us other options as far as how you want that liquid glass to look. If you want it more opaque or less, you can now change that as well in your settings. And those are all great things. But now, one of the other things we need to address is why people are still complaining. Because there's definitely some issues still in here that we've experienced ourselves. And the biggest complaint I've seen online involves liquid glass. Some users feel certain menus and blurred backgrounds still don't look quite right. Apple is clearly still tweaking this. As you can see, the new thing in beta 3, when you hold down and pull down, it holds your last screen you were looking at. So if we're in settings and pull down, you can see it kind of shows you that before it goes to your background. I still personally think that's a bug and not a feature, but we'll have to see what Apple ends up doing in beta 4. There are also some random UI glitches. The keyboard doesn't necessarily show up every time when texting something. There is a keyboard lag every now and then. Occasionally, overheating while charging has been a thing. There have been small battery inconsistencies where one day you'll get great battery life, the next day it'll be terrible. And then minor control center animation hiccups, which again, I haven't experienced, but is definitely still around. Now, the good news is none of these issues appear to be widespread deal breakers, and Apple is continuing to fix them with each beta every week. So the big question is it stable enough at this point? Can you daily drive iOS 27? I do believe you can. I haven't had any issues with banking apps that have always historically been issues for betas for Apple. There's been no issues with that. This actually feels like a completely different OS compared to beta 1. It doesn't mean it's bug-free, it's still far from it, but it does show that betas can include battery issues, bugs, and app compatibility problems. They always warn you about that. Wait for later betas if you're worried. Otherwise, this would be good to go. As far as looking ahead, beta 4 is where we'll start seeing even more optimizations. I would expect better battery consistency, a more polished UI, and then a few additional Siri improvements, fewer random bugs, and hopefully better third-party app compatibility for those that have that. Again, I haven't experienced anything with my normal apps, so it's definitely worth noting nonetheless, though. That could still be an issue for people. But aside from that, that's really all on how everything's been 3 betas into iOS 27. So yeah, comment down below and let me know how your experience has been with iOS 27. Did you start on beta 1? What device are you using? Let us know, and we will catch you in the next one. Peace.